Om. Om. Om.
ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 48. Please read the verse 48.
सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वारम्भा हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निरिवावृताः।
Sahaja karma, or what is called as Swabhavaniyatam karma, should be done. Its anushtana performance has to be taken to, even if it is defective in nature. Because all karmas, whether swadharma, swakarma, or paradharma, parakarma, all karmas being trigunatmika in nature, being the product of three gunas, sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, which are binding in nature, all karmas are certainly defective. For this, three reasons were given. Number one, the swabhavaniyata karma, sahaja karma, even though defective, doesn't do, what is that? One doesn't gain the papa sin. Number two, paradharmaha bhayavaha, performing others' karma, even though very well, is not desirable. It is fraught with danger in terms of hell, etc. Third is very important now, which is going to be established now. And ajnani, ignorant person, can never totally give up karma. It is just next to impossible for an ajnani person to give up the karmas totally, and therefore karma, once swadharma, swakarma, should be taken to, of course, with the Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. karma yoga as worship of Ishvara, adoration of Ishvara, so that one can gain Shuddha Antakarana and be eligible to gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, know what is one's true nature and get freed from samsara. We are seeing the Bhasya. Read Bhayavahasya Paradharmaha.
Bhayavaha cha paradharmaha.
As told in chapter 3, verse 35, as in the context of earlier verse, that is Paradharmaha, Parakarma. Karmas belonging to other varnas, not one's varna, even though he is being done very well, Bhayavaha, because it is an invitation to the fear, sorrows in terms of hell, etc. Narakadi Lakshana is there, so better avoid it. And third one is continue.
न च शक्यते अशेषतः त्यक्तुम् अज्ञेन कर्म यतः तस्मात् न त्यजेत् इत्यर्थः.
Yataha adnena asheshataha karma tyaktum na shakyate tasmat. Because this is the fact. What is it? Yataha yasmat, because adnena, by an ignorant person who has no Atma Jnana, asheshataha karma, entirely the karma entirely, na shakyate adnena, asheta karma, tyaktum na cha shakyate. It is just not possible for an ignorant person to give up totally the karma. Iti. This being the case, it is not there. This being the case, tasmat, therefore. Na tyajet, na tyajet. We'll add there, sahajam karma. Sahajam karma, na tyajet. One should not give up swabhavaneta karma, sahaja karma, inborn karma. This is what this verse means. Now you have to face a big Bhashya portion. So let us see why this portion is required. It is to establish that an Ajnani can never hope to give up karma totally. Here, Vaisheshikas and Sankhyas may come and argue, sir, what you say is according to your nature of Atma. As far as the nature of Atma of our school of thought, our mata is concerned, it can give up. Even ignorant person can give up the karma totally. So that is what they say. The discussion now is whether karma tyaga totally for an ajnani is possible or not. Because Vaisheshikas and Sankhyas say even ajnani can give up, which is not correct. That needs to be refuted. So the entire Bhasya, remaining Bhasya is now the refutation of Vaisheshika Mata and Sankhya Mata. The one of the requisite of Bhasya is to answer the doubts or the arguments of other schools of thought. Otherwise, the clarity of knowledge cannot be there. One may think perhaps that is possible. So the dismissal of other schools of thought is also one of the tasks of Bhasya. For us today, because Vaisheshika Mata, Sankhya Mata are not in much knowledge of the majority, we don't bother about them. But Bhasya has to answer it. It also makes us, or it also convinces us that Ajnani can never give up the karma, even though some people may have other notions regarding the nature of Atma. Means, under no circumstances, Ajnani can ever give the karma. And other reasons were what? Paradharmaha bhayava and sahaja karma sadoshapi na apnoti kilbisham. So because of these three reasons, karmas which cannot be given up, better do it and get that disposition which will certainly enable you to gain the knowledge. So this is the context, in such context, even many so-called Vedantists commit the mistake. Karma, bhakti, they totally dismiss. No, they serve the means. At the finale, in Nishtha, you need not give up karma, but they will drop up. So long as, this as for the karma, as for the bhakti, so long as the jnani is aware of his body and the jagat, Ishvara and bhakti automatically comes. Think of Shuka, Vyasa, Vasishta. They're all Jnanishta, Brahmanishta, especially Shuka. And he had that devotion. Piba Bhagavata Rasam. He narrated the Bhagavata. So, for a jnani, when he is aware of the body, Ishvara, Bhakti, etc. are natural. That's the truth, because he knows the true nature of Ishvara. But these people not knowing, they put the cart before the horse. Before gaining the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, dismissing karma or bhakti is not only not desirable, it is dangerous. So here now we are entering into Bhasya. So look, because you are not familiar with Sanskrit or you have no grip over Sanskrit, it may appear difficult, but it is not so. Of course, even if you know Sanskrit, at places you get caught up because certain phrases are such that their meaning is easily not available in the context. Sanskrit is a language which can bear any load of the meaning, but you should know in the context. So from that standpoint, even if you concentrate on what I speak in English, you'll have a continuity of the teaching. So don't get frightened, because I'm telling you here because 48, then verse 50, 55, and much more in 67, lengthy bhashyas are going to come. And Bhagavan is in the process of concluding the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. So is Bhashyakara, he is concluding the teaching. Therefore, such lengthy bhashyas have become necessary. You need not, I'm just cautioning you, don't get frightened. It is easy It's not a big thing. At places, we may not know the nuances of other schools of thought like Vaisheshika, Sankhya, that will be told to you. So in that context, there's no difficulty at all. Now this refutation of Vaisheshika and Sankhya Mata starts. And in such discussion, you have to imagine now, a debate is going on. Prominently, two parties are there. Who are the Pura Paksha, one who has got the contrary notion, contrary to what Siddhanta has told. Pura Paksha. Other one is Uttara Paksha, all called as Siddhanti, one who establishes a doctrine. Now look, Pura Paksha, Siddhanti, that doesn't mean that Vedanta is always Siddhanti and others are Pura Paksha. Suppose there's a scripture or a Shastra or Sankhya Mata. Sankhya becomes the Siddhanti, and if Vedanti argues, it becomes a Pura Paksha. We have to see it. Now here we are studying Vedanta, therefore Vedanti is the Siddhanti, others are Pura Pakshi. These are the prominent ones. There can be a third person called, third means variety of third person. Ekadeshi. Ekadeshi is actually siding by Siddhanta. He holds true what the Siddhanta says. But at places, he slightly differs. Or that Ekadashi may be, though he accepts Vedanta, at places he himself is not clear and therefore asks something. Ekadashi. Then there can be observers. Or somebody, some debate is going on, let me see what is going on, etc. And at places he may poke the nose also. Hey, it is not like that. It's way. Such things are possible. But only, mainly the debate between the Vadi and Prativadi. Vadi is Siddhanti, Prativadi are Pura Pakshas. So with this, let us now proceed. Now first, a doubt is raised. What is the doubt? Read Bhasya, Kim Asheshataha.
किम अशेषतः त्यक्तुम अशक्यम कर्म इति न त्यजेत.
First question. Or this or that. The first possibility is, see, look, you are telling that karma should not be given up. Under any circumstances, you should do, and three reasons you are given. The doubt is like this. Kim, is it so? What is that? Karma asheshataha tyaktum ashakyam. It is impossible to give up the karma totally. Iti. Iti means iti hetoho, because reason. Na tyajet. We should not give up. Means I ask the question. The doubt is like this. Because karmas cannot be given up totally, therefore, we should not give up karma. Do you mean to say so? Or, let us say, what is that or, Kimpa?
किम वा सहजस्य कर्मणः त्यागे दोषः भवति इति.
Or, do you mean to say that karma should not be given up because of this reason? What is that? Sahajasya karmana tyagi. When the karma which sahaja, swabhavanayata, we have seen all that as enjoined with the Shastra. So this sahaja karma, swabhavaja karma, or the janmajata karma, it is something karmana. If given up, karmana tyage, doshaha bhavati iti. One incurs sin, what is called in Puramimamsa is what is called as Pratyavaya dosha. Pratyavaya dosha means a sin that accrues because of non-performance of karma that belongs to one's varna. This is what Karma Kandi says. Vedanta doesn't accept it totally, but it does give some credence, some importance to that statement. Pratyavaya means adverse effect. What Mimamsaka, Purmimamsaka, Karma Kandi says that if you don't do your Nitya Karma, you will incur sin. In fact, when I was a boy, so we have to do Sandhya Vandana, Gayatri Japa. We are told by the elders, etc. If you do Sandhya Vandana, you are not going to get anything. Punya, you are not going to get, because Nitya Karma, you have to do it. But if you don't do it, you will get sin. This notion was there, I heard in the earlier days. If you do Sandhya Vandana, you are not going to get the Punya. But if you don't do, you will get sin. But at that time, we didn't know this Pratyavaya dosha. Vedanta refutes it because not doing a karma means no karma. No karma how can it give result? A karma done will give result of papa, punya, depending on whether it is dharmic or adharmic. Accepted. No karma, no cause of karma, and yet papa result, how is it possible? It's not possible. And yet, Vedanta accepts it to this extent. What that? This person who doesn't take to Nitya Karma will, in course of time, what you say, empty mind is devil's workshop. This person, in course of time, will take to achara, conduct or karmas, which are nishiddha, which are prohibited by the Shastra, and therefore you will get sin not because of not doing, because of doing wrong things. One who is not taking to daily duties, time is there. Of course, he will indulge in the wrong things and get sin. To that extent, Vedanta gives importance to this. Anyway, here, second question is, or doubt is, do you mean to say that sahaja karma, if not done, given up, dosha, pratyavaya dosha, papa comes? This is the doubt. Now in the assembly here, debate is going on. Someone asks a question. What is the question? Continue. Kim
किंच अतः यदि तावत् अशेषतः त्यक्तुम् अशक्यम् इति
Kim chataha? So look here. Any discussion has to be taken to, provided something useful comes out of it. Is it not? If nothing is useful, why waste time unless it is the YouTube discussions of political parties or some topic? Because nothing comes out of it. There are varieties of people of different opinions. Everyone will go on saying the same thing. Like, what is that? Inter-religious seminars, etc. Nobody is going to learn better things from the good things from others. They insist on that. Like this here also. Except two utilities are there. What is that? That YouTube channel makes money And idle people, gossiping people get something to pass their time. That may be utility. But nothing worthwhile comes out of it. Like that. Why are you taking this discussion? Huh? It's not useful. No, that's why I say, sir, is it useful to take this discussion? So therefore, please tell me, Ataha, from this discussion, Kincha, what are you going to get at? What is the benefit that we are going to derive from this discussion? And here, again, the question is, the doubt is like this. Continue. Yadi tavat.
यदि तावत् अशेषतः त्यक्तुम् अशक्यम् इति न त्याज्यं सहजं कर्म
Evam tari. Continue.
एवं तर्हि अशेषतः त्यागे गुणः एव स्यात् इति सिद्धं भवति.
See, this is a doubt. Or for question, we can say question. Yadi tavat. That is to begin with. First, there is sahajam karma त्यक्तुम अशक्यम इति न त्याज्यम. Ask the question, sir, do you mean to say that the sahaja karma, swabhavaniyata karma, should not be given up because it is not possible to give up? Do you mean to say so? Yes. If so, I have something to tell you. What does it mean? If you say that inborn karmas should not be given up because they cannot be given up, if you say so, I have got something to tell you, sir. What is it? Evam tarhi. If it is so, if your argument is like that, evam tarhi says, त्यागे गुण एव स्यात् इति सिद्धं भवति. It proves that tyage means when sahaja karma is given up, but one thing, by ajnani, you have to add them. That is ajnani. When ajnani gives up karma, he says guna eva syat. It is something, a great achievement. Iti siddham bhavati. This gets proved. What he says now, sir, do you mean to say that sahaja karma, involved duties, should not be given up because they cannot be given up? If it is so, I would like to add that if karmas which cannot be given up are given up, or someone succeeds in giving up, is it not a great achievement? To take something in the here illustration. Generally, the quoted illustration this context is like this. You know, Agastya Muni drank the ocean. Drinking the ocean, is it possible for anyone? No. But Agastya Muni, he reduced the entire ocean in his palm, Anjali, like Achamana. He drank it. See, such a great achievement, which is next to impossible, he did it. Like that, giving up sahaja karma is next to impossible. And if somebody succeeds, is it a great achievement? Certainly. So why are you insisting on it? Why do you say it should be done? It is siddham bhavati. to this some observer. Siddhanta is yet to come. Some observer says, objection. Continue.
सत्यम एवं अशेषतः त्यागः एव न उपपद्यते इति चेत् किं नित्य प्रचलितात्मकः पुरुषः?
Somebody says, Satyam, sir, yes, what you say is true. If an act which is next to impossible is done, it's something great achievement. Yes, I agree. Satyam eva. But the problem is, these buts are always problem. Problem is, asheshatah tyagaha eva na upapadyate. By the ajnani, asheshatah karma tyaga. Giving up karma totally, na upapadyate, is not at all possible. Agastya may be an example because of his yogic practice. That is, of course, it is out of the context because the name of Agastya has come. It seems Agastya's mother and Hanuman's mother Anjali, I don't know the name of mother of Agastya. Hanuman's mother Anjali and Rama's mother Kausalya happened to meet somewhere, all the three. It seems they didn't know each other. So they wanted to know each other and everyone started introducing. Agastya's mother said, I am the mother of Agastya who drank the ocean. Oh. Anjali's mother said, I am the mother of Hanuman who jumped over the ocean to Lanka. Oh. Then turn of who Kausalya. I am the mother of that Rama by taking whose name Agastya drank the water, Hanuman jumped the ocean. By that time, Rama came there. Mother, what are you talking? I heard Rama. No, I told them like this. No, mother, I am an ordinary person. Rama is an ordinary Manusha. It is their faith in the name Rama because of which they could do such impossible tasks. Rama didn't want to take the credit. Anyway, that Agastya. Okay? Such things should know. So, therefore, giving karma is just not at all possible. In spite of that, if somebody does, yes, as Agastya did, great achievement. But here, exception is just next to impossible. That because of the yogic practice of their name, power of name of Bhagavan, yes, they did it. But here it is not possible. Now, the real discussion starts. The question is now like this. Here it means like this. When the total karma tyaga, again keep in mind, karma tyaga, giving up karma means non-performance of karma totally by ajnani. Jnani is out. In the case of Jnani, there is no karma at all. It's not at all possible. He is out of karma. We are talking of Ajnani. So, when total non-performance, that is giving up of karma, is not possible for a person what are you talking? What are you discussing about the guna dosha, utility or defect, if karmas are totally given up? You are talking about something which is impossible. Why discussion that with the guna, if he does the entire, gives up the entire karma, it's something great achievement, etc. Context doesn't arise because nobody can give it up. If so, the questions arise now. What is that? Please continue.
यथा सांख्यानां गुणाः
Read again. Kim nitya. Read again.
अशेषतः त्यागः एव न उपपद्यते
किम नित्य प्रचलितात्मक.
किम नित्य प्रचलितात्मकः पुरुषः
Continue. Yatha.
यथा सांख्यानां गुणाः.
The question is like this. One. You said karmas can never be given by ajnani. Please tell me, Kim, is it so? What is it? Purusha nitya prachalitatmakaha. Please tell me, is it so that Purusha is Atma here? To begin with, Jiva, but in reality, who is the Atma? So therefore, Atma, do you mean to say the nature of Atma, Purusha, is like this? What is it? Nitya prachalitatmakaha. Nitya prachalitatmakaha means chalanatmakaha, means kriyatmaka. In the sense, do you mean to say atmakaha, nature? So do you mean to say the nature of Atma is what? Nitya prachalita? Is it chalanatmaka? Means is it kriyatmaka? Means, do you mean to say that Atma is an entity who is always active, always does one karma or other? Do you mean to say that is the nature of Atma? This is according to whom? Yatha Sankhyanam gunaha. Like the gunas, Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna, of who? Sankhya. The case of Sankhya. So Yatha Sankhyanam guna. Number one. Do you mean to say the nature of Atma is always chalanatmaka, vikriyatmaka, changing, kriyatmaka, given to karmas, like ever changing guna, sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna, as described by the Sankhyas. One, question one. Or Kim va, continue.
किं वा क्रिया एव कारकं यथा
Continue.
यथा बौद्धानां पंचस्कंधाः क्षणप्रध्वंसिनः.
Kim va, or kriya eva karakam. So the kriya itself, the kriya itself is what? Karaka. Karakam here is the doer in the sense Atma. Do you mean to say that kriya, action, karma itself, the doer Atma? We are not familiar with this, but this is what one of the Buddhas, Kshanika Vijnanavadis, say. So therefore what? That Nitya Prachalitatmaka Kriya. that is ever action, the performance of ever, always the action is what? It says the karaka, karta, doer, or that Atma. You say, who says so? Answer is given. Continue. Yatha.
यथा बौद्धानां पंचस्कंधाः क्षणप्रध्वंसिनः
Just as Yatha Bauddhana. Here Bauddha is what? Kshanika Vijnanavadi. Kshana Praudvamsinaha Panchaskandha. So the problem comes here like this. Panchaskandha. We don't know what is skandha. As used by who? We know skandha means shoulder. What is that? It's a paribhashik shabd of Bauddhas. So therefore, such problems come. We should know what it is. Or do you mean to say that kriya, karma, action itself is what? The doer Atma as envisaged by or as accepted by who? Bauddhana, in the case of Bauddhas, what they say? Shana pradvamsina panchaskandha. So, Kshana pradvamsina means which get destroyed moment by moment. What are they? Panchaskandha. We have to know this. What is meant by first skandha? Then what are the 5 skandhas? Skandha, in short, we are not going to go in detail. In short, according to the Buddhas, they mean 5 forms of worldly consciousness or worldly knowledge. Skandha means the worldly consciousness or worldly knowledge. Panchaskandha are the 5 types of, 5 forms of the worldly consciousness or what is called as worldly knowledge. They are number 1, Rupa. That is the nature of, or that is this form of a thing, which refers to Vishaya Prapancha, Shabda Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Rupa. That is Vishaya Prapancha, Rupa. Then that is Rupa Skandha. What they call this Rupa Skandha. Then Vedana Skandha, which is Jnana Vishaya, related to the knowledge. Then Vijnana Skandha. This is something unique of their, in their notion. Vijnana Skandha, they mean what is called a Alaya Vijnana Santana. That is what the continuity of knowledge, what they call it, Alaya Vijnana Santana. That is Vijnana Skandha. Then Saudhnya Skandha, Nama Prapancha. Rupa was earlier, now here Nama, name, Nama Prapancha. Then Samskara Skandha, 5th one. Samskara Skandha is Vasana Prapancha. Vasana Prapancha. That is all past Vasana. So according to this, Vijnanavadi Buddhas say Atma modifies in these as this. Atma itself becomes Rupa Skanda, Vedna Skanda, Vijnana Skanda, Saujna Skanda, Sanskara Skanda. This is their view. So now the question is, do you mean to say that Atma is always active because Kriya itself is Karaka? The action, that means other way, better take other way. The doer or Atma itself Kriya or Kriya itself is doer Atma, as advocated by Kshanika Vijnanavadi Bauddhas in terms of their 5 skandhas. Now he says, in either case, even if we accept, what is that, Sankhya Mata or this Kshanika Vijnanavadi Bauddha Mata, in either case, karma cannot be given up because Atma is the doer Atma, whether you say Kriya or otherwise, is always Chalanatmaka, Kriyatmaka, the one whose nature itself is karma action, swasvabhavat na nivritti. It's just not possible to give up one's swarupa. Continue.
उभयथा अपि कर्मणः अशेषतः त्यागः न संभवति.
Ubhayathapi, in both pakshas, pakshadvaya, in both the cases, karmanaha asheshata tyaga, asheshata entirely, total tyaga, giving of karma means not performing the karma at all is what na sambhavati, is not possible. In either cases, karma cannot be given up totally by the ignorant person, because it is obvious that if the Atma, as envisaged by either Sankhya or this Bauddha, is Kriya Rupa, Kriyatmaka, either case, and that is its Swabhava, nature. Swabhava Bhanga is never possible. Swabhava Bhanga means what? Giving up one's nature. Can the sun become cool, giving up heat? Can the moon become hot, giving up cool? Possible? No. So therefore, swasvabhavat na nivritti. One cannot give up one's nature. Swabhava bhanga is not possible. And therefore, even hypothetically, even if we accept the nature of Atma as accepted by the who Sankhya, like the gunas of Sankhya or Bauddhas, it is just impossible. So 2 pakshas are told. Now one more possibility is there, paksha. Third paksha. 2 opinions we have seen. Third opinion belongs to the main person Vaisheshika, to show that even if we accept the theories of Vaisheshikas, including the nature of Atma, total giving of karma is just not possible. Now let us see what is the paksha or what doctrine the Vaisheshikas have got. Continue.
अथ तृतीयः अपि पक्षः
So
यदा
now,
करो
wait. After describing what Sankhya have to say and Bauddhas have to say, Tritiya api paksha. Sir, there is also another paksha. What is it? Continue.
यदा करोति तदा सक्रियं वस्तु
Continue.
यदा न करोति तदा निष्क्रियं वस्तु तदेव.
So it is like this. What is it? This is by Vaisheshika. Vaisheshika says, now start the earlier also. This Purvapaksha. Two Purvapaksha over, our Purvapakshas are over. Now third Purvapaksha. Yada karoti. You can add there Atma karma karoti. Yad adhyara. Just supplementing the missing phrase. Yada when Atma karma karoti. When Atma does the karma, tada then sakriyam vastu. The vastu. Now see, problems are here. Now you have to find out what is vastu. A thing. Here in this context, a thing or vastu means Atma. Many times translations are what? Are misleading. Because in the translation, the translator will keep the vastu as vastu. His job is over. But he has not clarified what is meant by vastu in this context. A thing can be anything, like entity. Entity can be anything. Vastu means also an entity. Anything. Specifically in this context, the entity is who, what? Atma. So the Vaisheshika says, when Atma does the karma, tada Atma is what? Sakriyam, active. He is with action, means he is active. On the contrary, yada, when again add Atma karma. When Atma karma na karoti. When Atma doesn't do the karma, tada nishkriyam vastu tadeva. Again, vastu means Atma. Tadeva vastu. The same Atma who was earlier active while doing the karma, the same Atma is what? Nishkriyam. Inactive. Doesn't do the karma. And therefore, say, look at. See, when he is not active, he doesn't do karma. When he is active, he does the karma. And when he doesn't do karma, he has totally given the karma. Means total giving of karma is possible for Ajnani also. That's what Vaisheshika want to say. So therefore I say, that means now he deduces that karma can be totally given up when Atma doesn't act. Continue.
तत्र एवं सति शक्यं कर्म अशेषतः त्यक्तुम्.
Tatra means among these two cases, when Atma acts, when Atma doesn't act, when Atma does karma, and when Atma doesn't do karma. So therefore, in these two possibilities, evam sati, or in the context or topic of whether the karmas can be totally given up or not, in that topic, say evam sati. This being the case, what is that? When Atma does the karma, he is what? When he is active, he does the karma. When he is inactive, he doesn't do the karma. This being so, karma asheshatah tyaktum shakyam. Shakyam is possible. What? Karma asheshatah tyaktum. It is possible to give up the karma totally. Means it is possible for a person to remain without doing any karma. It is possible. That's what is the conclusion. Now, this is what Vaisheshikas, what Vaisheshika has to say. And now, Vaisheshika adds a plus point in this statement. Because earlier, in the Bauddha's case, or Sankhya's gunas, either they are always active or Kriya itself is the Atma doer, Karaka. Earlier said, as per Sankhya gunas, Atma is Nitya Chalanatmaka, Kriyatmaka. Or as per Bauddha Skanda, this Vijnanavadi, Kriya itself is Karaka, Kriya itself is doer Atma. These two defects don't come here. That's what the Vaisheshikas want to point out as something plus point in this doctrine. Continue.
अयम तु अस्मिन् तृतीये पक्षे विशेषः न नित्य प्रचलितं वस्तु नापि क्रिया एव कारकं किं तर्हि व्यवस्थिते द्रव्ये अविद्यमाना क्रिया उत्पद्यते विद्यमाना च विनश्यति.
Here he gets caught up. Says what he says? Ayam tu asmin tritiye pakshe visheshaha. Says asmin tritiye pakshe. It is third paksha, which is Vaisheshaka Pada. This is the Vishesha. Vishesha means a distinct characteristic feature. Something plus point. Something which is not in the other case, or which the defects of others are not there. What is that? No. You can first add Atma. Atma na nitya prachalitam vastu. Atma is not an entity which is always kriyatmaka, active in nature. Again, defect of the Bodhas. Atma, that is not Atma, Karakam. Kriya eva Karakam na. Action, karma itself is not the Karaka doer Atma. Atma is not an ever active entity, nor Kriya action itself is not Atma. The defect of this doesn't come, is not applicable here. Then what? Here the problem starts. We'll see what he has to say there. And that is what mistake is found there, because it's something which is not at all possible. We'll continue next evening. We'll continue. Om.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ